Shoulders.
I was thinking shoulders too.
Shoulders, chest.
To be honest, I was thinking like overhead press.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Kill ourselves on that first.
Please, yeah.
And then incline.
Yeah.
We can go heavy incline. Which one do you want to do first?
Do heavy really, but
Why?
I'll try.
Why? What do you mean?
I haven't hit like.
No, I'm saying like heavy, like just go like
as heavy as I can. Yeah. Okay.
Not like hit like 300,000.
That's what I thought you meant.
No. Like whatever heavy looks like for you.
That's it.
But first we're gonna. I'm excited for you to try this one. Did you? You got water?
Yeah, but
so drink some water.
I brushed my teeth damn. Let me finish my sentence like 30 minutes ago or some shit. Like when I was in the shower.
You brush your teeth in the shower?
Yeah.
You was multitasking?
Yeah, you don't be doing that?
I be doing that. That's how I know you actually not lying. This is the struggles of doing the phone.
What, I keep like walking out of frame?
Yeah, you do. You keep going out of frame.
Alright, I'm ready now.
Alright, boom. Try that one first.
This is a watermelon.
Yeah. Actually,
when did they release these?
Like a week ago, 2 weeks, no, like 3 weeks ago.
I haven't seen these in.
Yeah, they're hard to so because we got them at the gym early. It's tasty, right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah, right. That's a good one, right? Here, try this one. This is the blue raspberry, the Jolly Rancher. This is my favorite collab ever. This is the one that tastes the most accurate.
Yeah, it does taste like this candy a lot.
So they're sending me the Hawaiian Punch powder tomorrow.
Powders are always hard. I know. You never know how much you should be putting in for it to taste.
But they have the can too.
The cans are always
I think we should like compare them. But the blue Jolly Rancher,
this one is so good.
In general, has always been my favorite Jolly Rancher. Yeah, right.
Nah, this one goes stupid.
That one is flames right there,
really good,
bro. I can't find the green one anywhere. I found it at one random gas station one day.
Yeah.
And that one I think is the best one. I think it goes.
That blue one is good.
That one is good.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the like
the actual candy itself.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you. So which one are you gonna drink for real?
I'll take the pink one because I know you like the blue one better. But the blue one is better.
You so have the blue one.
No. You can have the blue one. I like the pink one.
You don't gotta keep the pink one for your branding. You know, I could. I could.
No. Pink is for me, bro.
All right, ready? Let's cheers and let's go to the gym.
Please, yeah. I'm thirsty.
Money. How many you did? How many you did? 4. Yeah. Get money. Let's go, Fabrian. How's it going?
Tired, I'm exhausted. I'm hungry too.
I am hungry too, but I want to wait till the movie, I guess. So in the agenda today, we're gonna go watch Smile 2. We're gonna get Fabrian's thoughts. Well, that's why. So I'm gonna know a little bit more about the movie than you, so we'll be able to dictate the conversation, not get too lost. You know, when I go on too many tangents. And then get the camera in my bag back there. Go home, shower, search for some food, and then go to that movie. I think it's at 12:45. I didn't check, but I think it's that time. So hopefully there's still some good seats.
Who's gonna watch a movie in the middle of the day?
I don't know. I saw that when you sent me the screenshot, it was like 25% off. So I was like, what the fuck? Or 20% off or some shit like that. So we're gonna go do that. We're gonna bring you a mini from the car. The car will not be running when we do it, obviously. So we're gonna find a shady place and then set up the camera and talk about it. Cause how many?
Only the grade ones are the ones that are taken.
Oh, word.
So that's actually enough seats.
Hey, I thought the gray ones are the ones that are free. Show the people the if you want to come to the movie today. Oh, I got to end my workout, obviously. So yeah, we're gonna do that because there's construction in the crib.
Yes,
correct.
Still is.
So we gotta do that.
Much so.
So we'll see you guys on the way to Smile 2. Never mind. Fabrian said he needed toothpaste and toilet paper, so we're gonna go in there. And I needed some deodorant actually, so it's actually a good thing we're stopping. So I found Fabrian, but then he just let me know some devastating news. I got distracted. I got the garden salsa sun chips, but he's telling me. Tell him what you just said.
The orange bag is better, bro.
The orange bag is better? That's blasphemous.
It's the cheddar one. The cheddar one's better.
Let us know which one is better.
Nah,
All right. Good Got my blanket ready. We're about to go watch Smile 2.
Empires fall, so do emperors.
There she is.
And immediately it starts moving the moment you hit record.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Idle Talk Minis. Today, we're
Hello.
in a special location. We're in my car at the AMC.
Hello.
Where we just finished watching Smile 2.
We watch all of our films when we're together.
Boom. Smile 2 promotion cup, $10.
It says her name on it. I didn't even realize that. It says Sky.
Sky Riley, and it's one of those little little.
Sky is what?
I have no idea. Sky is lifeless, limitless.
Oh, Limitless.
Album out soon.
I get it.
Speaking of the album, there's an EP associated with this movie.
Actually,
if you look it up on Spotify, actually I'll show you real quick, Fabrian. Go through your initial feelings, because this is the first time you've seen it.
My initial feelings.
Your initial feelings, Fabrian. What?
I think it's as good as the first one.
Smile 2.
That's my initial feeling.
EP.
Because I think that was my fear. Because I really, really liked the original one. I didn't think the second one would live up to it.
Yeah, I didn't think the second one needed a sequel.
I don't think the first one needed a sequel. But damn, did they deliver? I think they delivered.
They brought it. They brought it.
I think this is the best horror film in a while that I've seen.
That's what I said too.
In a while.
When we were walking in, I said, I feel like this is the first, out of all the horror movies I saw this year, outside of Terrifier 3, because I saw this after... I saw Terrifier 3 after Smile 2. I was like, I felt like this was the first horror movie I saw this year.
Seen both.
No, I think this, like, Terrifier 3 and Smile 2, they're both horror movies.
Okay.
But everything else that tried to be one this year, now that Smile 2 has come out, I was like, wow, that's actually a scary movie.
Yeah.
The other ones tried and failed, had some moments in there that I liked, but I was legitimately paralyzed during some of the scenes.
Yeah, there was some suspenseful ass scenes that was giving me really bad anxiety. I was like, oh, I don't even want to look at the screen.
I saw.
I was like, I'm getting so much anxiety watching this. I was like, I don't want to look at this. But God, yeah, it's good. Like suspenseful, anxiety, like all the stuff that you want from horror is there. It got the cheap jump scares in there sometimes.
It did, but it did it well.
It did it well.
It didn't really like do it out of nowhere.
There were some times where I thought it was going to happen and didn't happen, but there were times where I didn't expect it to happen.
Like every time they open a door and then they're about to close it,
yeah,
you think it's
about to happen,
and then it doesn't happen. And I hate that they did that because I'm kind of trying to expect.
Yeah. I did expect it a lot, but it didn't happen. I think if you struggle with any type of mental illness or in that realm, it speaks to you in that side, but it also makes you feel like there are times, at least with me, when it comes to my mental illness, where I do feel like that, like trapped alone, where like it's just me and my brain is my worst enemy.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of times in that film, she describes it so perfectly, and I'm like, oh, that's scary as shit. Because if it was me in that situation, I don't know how I could like articulate what I'm feeling or what she was seeing and nobody else around her were seeing, and it looked like she was genuinely going nuts. And in the real world, if this types of thing was happen, you would look like a maniac. No one would actually believe what the fuck was going on with you.
And all the characters in there is like, what are the police gonna say?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, true, because like, there's a lot of those things where it's like, damn.
Even though the one guy from the beginning was a cop, the New Jersey guy.
The guy from
from Smile 1.
They do tie in Smile 1 at the end, which I thought they were just gonna skip over because in the trailers
it looks like it's a brand new story.
Like it just the demon eventually got to this lady, but no, that it does connect.
It connects, and I like
how
that.
I got there, but I called it. The moment I saw that one kid, I was like, oh, there's definitely like
he knows Sky Riley.
I was like, he knows the main character from she's probably like a drug addict or a recovering drug addict. So yeah,
well, she needed the Vicodin for her back problems.
Yes.
And I'm down to full on spoil. If you're down, I think
the movie's too. I want people to watch it.
No, but this won't come out till like Thursday.
Okay.
Then it's Sunday.
Yeah,
okay. We should spoil it.
Okay. I'm down.
The second rewatch for me, a lot of things I knew were coming. How the fuck did I still get scared?
Really?
Yeah. There was one point where I started I had my Apple Watch on for this time, but I wish I had it on for the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
I usually don't like bringing my Apple Watch. I don't like feeling like a vibration on my wrist, but I put on the heartbeat thing, and I showed you it was at like 111 at one point.
Yeah,
I was like, it was like 80, like 2 minutes ago.
And it jumped to like 111. Yeah.
So that shit was intense. Watching it the second time, there was a line in there that you reacted to that I reacted to the first time watching it. She was like, "I wish you would know what it's like to be in my brain."
Yeah.
And then when I saw it initially with Christian and my sister, I was like, "Damn, we're about to relate to this one."
Yeah, 'cause
crazy.
That's what I was. That's
And
what I
then
was saying. Because
here-
there are times where I've used that line.
have used that
like
line
I've used
before.
that line with other people and also in therapy where like it's hard to describe what I'm feeling, and the only
Yeah.
situation where it's like I can't describe it, but if you were here, you'd get it.
You'd get it. Yeah, you'd understand.
Right, and
Or
when
maybe
she-
they wouldn't understand because they're like, "What the fuck is this?"
No, you get it. Once you're in it, you're like, oh, this sucks.
like, oh,
like
that-
immediately, you're like, okay, I get it. And that's
Yeah.
why, like, when she was like screaming that, I'm like, I understand what she's
You're like,
saying. But
"Yes, bitch."
even today, where like there isn't a demon possessing me, when I
Yeah.
use that line, people just look at you like you're a maniac
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's a crazy ass line to say because it's the only one who honestly feels the way you feel is you.
But when I first heard her say that, I was like, "Yo, Fabrian, he's about."
It was bars. It was bars for real.
You're like, it was funny because you reacted like verbally. You're like, and I didn't want to laugh. I didn't want to laugh. So, but that was so
'Cause
funny.
that's how much I was like,
You're like,
bars, bars,
You're
baby.
like, yeah,
There's so
bitch.
much. She had so many bars. I'm not even joking. There were so many times where she said shit, and I was like, damn, this
You're
bitch
like,
really
damn,
understand. I'm like, whoever wrote this movie understands like mental illness for real,
And she,
or at least consulted with someone who deals with mental illness. Because I was like,
you
damn.
know, the director and writer. It's the second movie ever. You know what was his first one?
The first one,
You know what was his first movie?
the first smile.
Yeah, the first Smile.
That guy's good, bro.
So people
he gets horror,
He gets this
So
franchise.
at least
I guess.
psychological horror. He gets it well.
All right, so let's jump to the end, Favorite, because the monster.
Damn. Okay.
The monster. I just want to talk about the monster. It's in my
Mhm.
head. It's fucking huge, right?
You don't remember?
Was it that big in the
part
first one?
Yeah.
I feel like
After
it
the
wasn't
mom,
that
like
big.
the mom suicide thingy in the cabin,
Yeah.
it shows itself, and that
Yeah,
thing
but
is
I thought
gigantic.
it was tall, not long. I thought it was.
I
Just
guess
like
yeah. I guess it was vertical instead of like
it's-
horizontal.
But
when
now
it was,
it was
standing.
like a horse kind of.
yeah,
like,
it had like 4 legs type shit.
Yeah, yeah, but
But it was
I didn't remember it looked like that in
No,
the
it
first
looked
one.
exactly
I
like
thought it was just standing.
well, it was. That's what it is. Is you didn't remember it going side. It was going straight up instead of sideways.
It was just like towering.
It was
over.
yeah. It was like up and looking down at
Uh-huh.
the lady in the first one. That's why. And I remember the face because
In-
the moment it showed his face, I was like, yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
looked like.
In my head, I was like, I thought it might have just fed off. Now that it's been
If
a
I'm
few
being
people
real,
deep.
she did that. Whatever the fuck that demon is
Yeah, yeah.
deserves as much credit as Art is getting. I
Mhm.
think she's scarier, or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck that
whatever.
thing is.
There
It's
was
scarier, bro. You can't win against it.
there was a point where the movie's winding down, and you're like, "That's not fair. It's cheating.
She's cheating.
How is she gonna win?"
She would know that demon is a cheater, bro. It does not give a fuck. It cheats all the time. It cheats so
And-
heavy. I was like, there was times in this where I'm like, yeah, there's no
I'm
way
like,
you could
"That
beat
sucks." Yeah, you can't. Win.
it. And every time they find this, like in the first one, they found the solution, right? And then they try that, and I'm like, okay, woof, we did it, we
did
won.
it, finally.
No, you didn't. You never win
and I was
against
like,
it.
"Haha, bitch."
Yeah, like
I
and
got
it,
you.
and it always taunts them. Like in the first one, that lady was taunting her at the end, like, you killed your mom.
Yeah.
You're the reason your mom killed yourself, and you're not gonna win, bitch.
And
I
then
was
you're
like,
dead.
nah,
You're on fire.
bro.
And now in this one, where
Yeah, she played her.
How did
Played
it
her
talk? Oh,
ass.
she was like, we're not even
Played
in here right
played
now.
her ass. She was like, we never left the house, but I've been fucking with you this whole
Like
time.
Morris isn't even real.
I was like, dude, what? Dude, when she was like, nah, you never
Nah.
spoke to Gemma.
Yeah.
Morris isn't real. I was fucking with you from day
Bro,
one, dog.
You called it very early in the movie.
I was like, that's not anybody. That's a
You're-
demon texting you.
You're like, yeah, that's what I
I
got
knew
too.
immediately. And like
When
the
it said
moment
unknown at
the
the
number,
top,
I was like, that's nobody,
fake.
dog.
That's
yeah,
fake.
I was like, that's nobody. That's a demon texting
I was
you.
telling Christian, he was like, how did it fake the thing? Like, how did you get that number? I'm like, bro,
It wasn't
that
real.
wasn't even real text.
It was, yeah, she was just imagining the text
I'm like,
messages.
how would somebody's text come as unknown, Christian?
I mean,
It
it
says
would
so
the
on
very
top.
first one. The very
No,
first
it
text
wouldn't.
would say
It would be like
no.
maybe or like
No,
it would just say its
says
number.
Maybe if you put in a name, like if you're like, hello, this is blah, then it says maybe.
No,
blank.
but if I text you from a different number, it's gonna pop up as a number, not as unknown.
no, the first one is always unknown.
You wanna try? I'll text you right now.
With a random number?
With a
You got
different
random
number.
numbers?
Let me text fucking favorite.
Try it. Try it.
Text favorite. It's gonna come up as
Usually it says unknown.
it's gonna come up as my number. Why would it come up as unknown?
Because if I don't have your number saved, it usually is unknown, the first one. And then the second or third, like if I respond, then it starts giving me the number. And she responded. So it shouldn't have said unknown anymore.
Let me just change my conversation line to you. Okay. Just type in your phone number right here. It's gonna pop up, but don't, I was gonna say it to me, but I was like, nah, I don't think you want. Yeah. Boom. Yo.
But
Let's see.
yeah.
Oh, maybe it might come in my thread. Pause.
Oh no,
it's a number.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Oh, by the way, that's my Verizon phone number.
That's okay.
So you could have that one too.
Damn.
I put it in the group chat. You never added it.
I don't answer the group chat
how I
usually
know.
unless I get added. I don't.
That's how I got my
answer
number
it.
too.
Okay.
So you add that to my profile. So it would say a number.
Yeah,
It wouldn't say
right.
unknown at the top. Sometimes when somebody calls you that you don't know, it says unknown or like.
I feel like the numbers do that too, though. Am I bugging? Is it the new update?
I don't know.
It used to say unknown when it was the very first time you text somebody.
I could be bugging. I don't think it says that.
It might not do that no more.
I don't think it says unknown. Oh, you and the.
But I called it
Smileverse.
immediately. I was like, that's a demon.
You did. You said that.
I was like, don't answer that fucking demon, and she answered the demon.
She didn't answer it the first time. She listened to you.
No, she answered.
And then it texted her again, and then she
answered after the third text. I think she was like, you know what? Because you see, I would have been suspicious as shit. Like, oh, you was at this nigga's house? I'm like, huh?
How you know that?
Yeah, immediately. I'm like, no. She bugging. Because it wasn't even like a day. It was like the night of. It texted her.
The next day.
It texted her. It was like, I saw you at that motherfucking crib. Yeah,
like, yo, you was there? You was there?
And there was no police report up on that kid or on nothing.
No. That's
weird to me, right? No one ever found his body?
Nobody ever found anything.
There
was no police reports about anything.
I thought they would find the kid, the like drug addict's body eventually.
I don't know, man. It's hard to kind of follow when you're just trying to you're honed in on Sky Riley's perspective and what she's feeling, but there was no mention of any police
of Lewis's
reports.
like police report right
then,
after he died.
And then Morris, he
wasn't
I don't
real,
even know
right?
If he was real or not. I don't think he was real. But he tells Sky Riley, he's like, what are the police gonna do? They're not gonna believe us, right? But then the guy who was a cop who was doing this investigation for his friend,
before he got
he didn't leave like notes behind, like
I don't think he did.
So that's lost forever.
For sure. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the demon is just that good at fucking with people that once you get the curse on you, it's like
it's over.
You can't leave evidence because I will make sure you don't.
It's
because anytime that I was like, there's no way that this demon can cover up what the fuck it's doing now. It would blame the thing, and I'm like, how? Like, there's no like. There'd be times where like she'd kill somebody or like do some crazy shit. I'm like, how? Like, how did that work? Like, how did she? Like, at one point it was like, oh, you banged your head on like a piano or something. And I'm like.
But it definitely slammed her shit.
Right? It seemed like
and then it pulled her hair out.
It seemed so intentional that I'm like, how would you convince the person who found you that you would have committed that type of damage to yourself?
Well, they said that she fainted, fell, got a concussion.
But even then, was
dehydrated.
Fall?
Shorty said she was dehydrated. I'm like, she chugged like 80,000 VOSS waters.
That I get it. I was like, oh, so it's making her think that she's drinking water. She's probably not drinking nothing. She's probably just sipping on empty bottles and shit the whole time, thinking she was drinking water.
That's crazy.
But the self-harm stuff, I'm like, how would she have been able to mess herself up that bad and then, like, not one person, like, that doesn't seem self-inflicted.
Which part? Like when she was pulling her hair out?
Well, pulling her hair out and like throwing herself around the room and like cutting herself up, and I was like, yeah, somewhat, but
slammed.
Yeah, but there were times where I'm like, I don't believe no matter how hard you like hit yourself on the head that you could do the same type of damage if someone
did it to
tossing you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This aspect of the Smile story, the pressures of being a famous person.
Yeah, that was tough.
Let's touch upon that. Everybody was like,
that was tough.
Bitch, relax. Get up. You got rehearsal.
That seems more tough because
you gotta do this event thing.
Right?
You gotta do this. So she's already had this pressure.
When you're on that type of like level of fame and like you can only imagine how people work under her, right? And how many people work for her. So I can. That's why I understood the other people's point of view, but at the same time I was like, it's very clear that this person is not okay, and whatever you're trying to do is just putting whatever situation or whatever like type of celebrity you have in jeopardy to lose everything because this person is clearly not okay, and putting her out in the public, which is not okay, is only gonna make everything so much worse.
At one point she's like,
I'm
not okay to do this. Like I don't like. Can we not? That should have
been the cue to be like, all right, guys, shut it down. Shut it down.
Like, relax. Let's just, you have this event. That guy, whatever his name was, she's like, he's counting on you.
Her manager, the guy with the little flowers.
He's counting on you.
And I get that, right? Like, I get the fact that there are artists that, like, literally, like, they're the reason everyone around them is getting paid. And if they don't get paid, nobody gets paid. Like, everyone loses her job.
Too. She's like, you only care about the business I bring in.
Yeah.
And then she proceeds to murk her mom.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even
It wasn't real.
She got scammed.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, oh, fuck, I killed my mom. But that makes me sad, the fact that sequence after where she pulls out a gun from the security guard and starts like, get the fuck away from me. I
Yeah.
thought that was, when watching it the first time, I was like, this is a funny ass scene.
Yeah.
Like, it's not meant to be that way, but I'm like, that's dumb funny because she really plays into the part that she's like hurt. They're like, oh my God, the little assistant's like, so get a doctor, we need help. I'm like, it's crazy how this little white girl is like bloodied up, but nobody thinks she murdered anybody.
That black kid did.
No. He thought that she was hurt.
No. He started playing like that because he didn't want her near her. Like, at first, she's like, are you okay? There's blood. And then when he sees that she's going nuts, she's like, doctor. And he starts backing up. He's like, someone help her.
To me,
immediately, I think he knew that there was something wrong with that hoe.
It looked like he was like, oh my God, somebody help her. She's been injured. And then she starts calling for security guard. And he starts running a little bit faster. And then she's like, oh my gosh, he falls into his arms, and then she grabs the Glock.
What a dumbass security guard.
Grabs the Glock out of his thing, but that's how you know it's rich people security thing, because like nobody would expect somebody in there is to be a violent criminal.
Really?
That's what I'm saying.
It seemed like an insane asylum.
No, it was a rich person's place. She mentioned it. She's like, it's a
welcome center.
It's a wellness center instead of a hospital.
But that's what rich people say for rehab.
Exactly.
And rehab is for crazy people.
That's what I'm saying. No, but you're not putting a fucking celebrity in the same rehab as somebody else.
No, you're right. You wouldn't put someone.
It's like when you send a rich person to jail. They're not living in
they're not the same. Yeah.
In Gen Pop.
You're right.
They're in their own little separate side part of the jail. But they're like, oh my God, she's so hurt, and then she pulls out that gun on everybody, shoots it in the air. That I lost it. I was like, yo, it's what the fuck is happening?
That's when my anxiety was at 1,000. I was like, you killed your mom, and now we out here doing this. I'm like, it's over, dog. Like, you literally lost. Like, no matter what you do now, your life is over.
You were literally like, what are the consequences? The consequences are gonna be so crazy.
Like, there's literally no. I was like, at this point, there's not even a point of you trying to fight this demon and being alive. I would have been like, you know what? Bow! Shot myself in that damn hospital.
She cursed everybody.
That's okay. She did it anyway.
She did do it anyway.
She would have at least just had the hospital staff. She got like 1,000 people at the auditorium.
No, it was like more than
That's what I'm saying. All them little girls are going to be fucked.
And people are happy about the ending in the terms that it didn't show us like how he showed the kid bashing his face in with the dumbbell, whatever, with the plate. Because when you look at the afterwards, after the microphone like in her fucking eye, just imagine just fucking seeing
I mean,
that.
again, also something that I was like, not possible, right?
What?
For someone to do that type of damage to themselves, it takes a lot of effort, right? And in order for like someone who regularly like hits people and gets hit, it takes a lot of pressure for you to like pierce
your bone,
not only well, no, she was doing it in the eye socket, which is probably the easiest bet. But it would take more than like. Bop, 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 and she's dead. You're right. I guess you're right.
That's the excuse.
Possession strength, maybe?
Definitely.
You get like double the strength of a human being.
Sure, because you're definitely trying to inflict as much. Like, imagine you're trying to kill yourself, and then it takes you like
it's gonna take you a bit. Yeah, it's gonna take you a bit.
It takes you at that point, somebody's got to step in.
That's what I was saying. I was like, after the second one, someone should have ran up to the stage.
Bro, it took her 3 tries. She went bum, bum, bum.
No. I think it was more.
No, it definitely felt like 3.
It felt like 3 big ones, but she was def hitting it in between.
Between the fucking the microphone jamming,
for sure.
But
security should have ran up there.
It took at least 3, and then
because them little girls was yelling for a bit. I was like, no, that's enough time for somebody to go up there and stop it.
The reason why I point out the black girl in the pink in the crowd, I'm like, cause she was going crazy.
Yeah, she was like,
I was like, yo, rent was due. Whoever that background actress
she deserved more money than everybody else.
Yeah, fact. Everybody was like, ah. She was like, ah. She was going crazy. And I noticed her.
I know they all got paid the same.
The first showing, I noticed her, and then I didn't want you to miss out on her. So I was like, look at that girl.
I would have noticed her immediately. Yeah.
She was going crazy. She sold the ending for me.
For sure.
Because I was like, oh, fuck. There's one girl in there that was, like, standing straight still. But I think that's how some people react, too.
Some people get startled.
Like, they can't even, like look away. They're just stuck looking at that. But, man, bro. I think I compared this movie to Empire Strikes Back. I don't compare a lot of movies.
What the fuck?
Well, you know how A New Hope A New Hope is episode 4, right? That was the beginning of Star Wars.
Of a trilogy.
Right? Okay. So people have that movie highly acclaimed. But then they were like, when Empire Strikes Back was coming out at the time, they were like, "There's no way it's gonna be better than a fucking New Hope. There's no way it's possibly. It's not gonna be. We're gonna experience a dim in quality." And the expectations were that it wasn't gonna be that good. But then Empire Strikes Back comes, we get that reveal that Darth Vader is Luke's father, and then boom, that film is trajected like boom, like that's the craziest sequel to ever happen. There's a lot of movies where sequels are
Do a
just
lot
as
better,
good as
yeah.
or stronger than the first one, and I think Smile 2 comes into that category because now we're left with even more questions. Now we're left with an open-ended ass ending.
Yeah, now we can definitely go anywhere with it, right? Because you can say there was anybody in that motherfucking auditorium. You could say anybody online watched it. Anybody that was on TV watching it, right?
Yeah.
You could be like, anyone caught this curse, and now we can go anywhere with
And
it.
somebody was like, in one of the reviews I saw, they were like, all right, so literally it's a concert. Like, this is Sky Riley's super fucking famous. It's her comeback.
Yeah.
Anybody could be in that crowd. Any politician with their daughter, any higher known celebrity, any this, any that. And so
My question is now, right, for a trequel, right, the third one, does the demon now choose who it wants to possess? Like, this is like, I want that motherfucker in the crowd? Or is it like, I now can possess all these people at once and make multiple kills at the same time?
I'm thinking it's heading.
Like, can it feed on, like, multiple
I
people
think
at
it's
once?
gonna feed.
Or does
on
it
it.
have to choose one?
I think it's gonna feed on everybody.
Yikes.
I think.
That's a big ass.
So I think it's gonna follow the Quiet Place format. We got Quiet Place 1, Quiet Place 2, and then the third movie was that prequel,
Yeah.
Day 1. I think we might get a prequel for
or
the
like
third
how
movie.
this curse originated and like
with
where
the
it came
first
from.
one, because we get a lot of information on
Do
the
we?
first in the first.
In the
Smile.
first one, we get
because you
way
know how
more information on it.
the
Yeah.
teachers like
She's like the
he-
therapist starts like
Yeah.
studying it. She's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
the therapist and the boyfriend or whatever
Yeah, the cop.
goes to this like teacher who killed himself in front of somebody else that passed it to how she caught it. Remember how the girl caught
Yeah.
it from a student
From
or whatever.
a patient that she was.
Yeah, and so
watching,
she
yeah.
caught it from her teacher, her mentor.
Yeah.
And then when they went to their house, they had all these drawings and all this information about this curse that the
Yeah.
wife of the person who died didn't really know how to understand.
Explain it.
Yeah, so I'm hoping we get kind of like a prequel.
Do you want them to win?
No,
I kind of like that the curse wins every time.
I
makes it
kind of hate.
scarier.
I kind of hate that it bodies them even worse. Like
I think every time I see it win, it makes it scarier for me. I'm like, damn, it really is.
I mean, that's what is that? What are we
It's
trying
like-
to explain with that?
I don't know. It's like human
we-
nature for us
Wanting to win.
Yeah,
but
like
we can't always.
it's like human nature to be like, I'm rooting for the underdog. I want him to win. I want that person.
Well, people
to come
don't
out
like this
successful.
movie because it's.
There's
like,
no happy
there's
ending.
no happy
But
ending.
I expected it because of the first one.
Did you?
Yeah,
You didn't
I was
think-
like, I don't think that this director will give us a happy ending, because in the first one, as much as it seemed like that's a cute ass bird. I don't
That's
know
a
what the
bird?
fuck.
I thought it was a
bat.
butterfly.
That's not a butterfly.
I know,
That's a
but now
big
that I
ass
see it,
butterfly.
now that I
then.
see it far
It's
away.
either a really small bird or a really small bat. But from the first film, I was like, nah, this director, he knows horror. This guy's good at it, and he knows that if he kills off his horror villain or his idea of this, because to be honest, I think this director suffers from whatever mental illness it is, and I think he's trying to
Relay.
give a manifestation of what he feels to other people and why it's so scary for other people who don't understand what mental illness is, and why there are so many people who can go from like 0 to 1,000 and genuinely feel this fear and believe that what they're seeing and what they're feeling is real, even though the outside world doesn't see or feel it.
Yeah.
And I think
I think he
if
does
he
a
was
good
trying
job.
to relate that, it's fantastic. And like mental illness, there is no winning, right? There is no. You can take medication, you can go to therapy, but at the end of the day, you live with it forever. And I think that's the message of it. And if he lets you win the curse, then what's the point of the message?
That's gonna suck if we get any more movies. We should be like.
I mean, if he does it, he does it. But I like the fact that you can't win against it. That's the best part about it. It's like, damn, you really was rooting for this person this whole time, and you're like, damn. And then you find out she's not really that good of a fucking person.
No.
She's kind of shitty, and you're like, you
She's
know
kinda
what?
shitty.
I can't really. I'm rooting for her because I don't want innocent people to die. But damn,
Damn, she fucking killed her
she
boyfriend.
kind of shitty. Yeah, she's kind of a shitty person.
And it doesn't.
I was reading the text between her and Gemma.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, she's a shitty person. And I thought at any point we get a reason on why she was shitty to Gemma. We don't.
No, we
She was
don't.
just shitty to her.
No. And we don't even get that
The
explained
real
to us
Gemma,
'cause
yeah, we
Gemma
don't
wasn't
she
even
never
real.
even showed up.
She didn't even come. That was Ghost Gemma. Fucking.
And that's
wish
crazy because
they
at
would
one
give
point
us a
I was like,
name.
Gemma, you a fucking dumb bitch. When she got in that fucking car,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, Gemma, you dumb bitch. I was like, she already ruined her life. You gonna ruin
was-
yours?
that's
I
how
was
I
like, why
was
the fuck
reacting
would
when
you
I
get
saw
in
it,
that
too.
fucking car with her? You dumb bitch. I was so mad.
That's the
I was
same
like,
thing
Gemma,
I
you
said.
dumb bitch. You could have let that hoe go and just been like, you know what? She was nuts, and I
You
couldn't.
right.
I couldn't
She's
help.
Crazy.
I couldn't help.
Can't help you. But You're like, Gemma, you're gonna die. You're gonna die.
I was like, there's no way. Get away.
Nah, but then when she called her while she was in the car with fake Gemma,
my heart sank to my ass. I was like, I turned to you. I was like, who the fuck is driving that? I was like, Nando, if it's not her, I was like, who the fuck is driving, bro? I was like, what do you mean? And that's what I'm saying. Like, how the fuck how does the demon make you drive while you're having a whole fit of an episode while I'm not driving? Like, that's weird. That's insane to me. That would drive me crazy.
The driving wasn't real.
You're right. And she never moved out of the hospital.
No. I don't know how she ended up in the stadium, but she did.
I'm guessing she just sat there the whole time. They got her dressed and then put her in that little tube. That was in resort.
She didn't fucking make it to Staten Island.
She never left. Yeah, you're right.
Where I don't know how they got her into that outfit she hated. Because if you come out in the outfit there, I know you didn't like. I'm like, what are you doing? I thought we were gonna wear this outfit. They were like, yeah. They just wanted to make money. They were like, yeah, go perform.
And that's what sucks too, because like the people around her, you feel shitty for because they all got the curse, but at the same time, like, y'all all were kind of shitty to her. You kind of deserved it. Yeah. Like, at one point at that hospital, I was like, just shoot yourself. Give it to all the people that are around you. Fuck them. Because at one point, they're like, she was losing it, and they're like, the tour. I'm like, kill yourself. Give it to everybody. Fuck it.
Yeah, the guy
was like, kill yourself. Do it. Give it to everybody.
The guy was like, think of the tourist guy.
See, like, that would have set me the fuck. I would have crashed out. I would have killed myself. I'm like, oh, pow. Everyone got it now. Immediately. I'm like, oh, you think I'm fucking with y'all? I'm like, now you gonna think, oh, all right, say less. Now we'll see who's fucking with each other.
Well, she could have just killed the guy. The tour manager guy, Bow.
But they should be alive and in
should be alive and then in
prison.
Insane asylum,
yeah,
probably.
I wouldn't want that. Fuck it.
I mean, there's one guy that was in actual prison from the first movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But why would you want that type of life? Well, not only are you haunted by the fact that this demon was possessing you, you're haunted by the fact you murdered somebody, and now you're in prison for the rest of your life for murdering that person. And no one's going to believe you on why the fuck you murdered that person.
It was a ghost.
It's going to be like, oh, this man is just crazy and he's a murderer.
It was a demon.
You're like, you'll never get away with it. That's why I'm saying I would have just shot myself in that fucking hospital, gotten it over with. Or I would have went to Morris and be like, Morris, just fucking shoot me, dog. Fuck all this operating shit. Just shoot me, dog. Like, the moment I handed Morris that gun, pop me, dog. Hit it.
No, go. You're going to give it to Morris.
Hit me with it.
I actually don't know how the transfer thing works fully.
No, you have to kill yourself in front of somebody else,
or
in order
kill
for them.
somebody else and have a witness.
But you need to have it in order. If you kill somebody just to kill someone, yes, just murder. You're not passing it along. But if you, as someone who is cursed, kill somebody, then you pass it along.
What would have been crazy if Morris kills her and then he caught it? He caught it.
That'd be fun. I feel like she'd cheat. I feel like she'd do that.
Yeah,
I feel like she'd cheat.
She's a cheating bitch. But man, this movie was crazy.
Because at the beginning it was like she couldn't hurt anyone outside of the fact that she can influence you. Mm-hmm. And then at one point she started hurting people around her, and I was like, she's cheating, dog.
That was an illusion.
It was, but it's still, she was cheating. I was like, that's you can't do that.
The first movie.
Yeah, I was like, you can't do that.
What the fuck are you doing?
I was like, you can't start hurting people. I was like, no, that's unconsensual. I was like, she's cheating.
I didn't care about that. No, but this movie was.
I give it like a 9 out of 10.
I give it a 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
I don't know about 10. I don't think it's the most perfect film. I don't think any film is perfect, but I think this is close. This is up there.
I'll give it a 10 out of 10 just based off.
I give it a strong 9.5.
That came out in comparison.
Now I gotta watch Terrifier. That's the only one I haven't seen.
I don't think
in the horror film. I like the first. I mean,
you were complaining about the story for Terrifier 2, and it's gonna continue on.
The thing is with that movie, at least I know the story's shit. It's mostly a gore fest.
I mean, it is a gore fest. I stopped counting after 16 kills.
That's what I figured. It's like after the first 2-3 Saws, I realized that all the Saw films after were kind of bad. But I like the gore and I like the characters, so I kept watching it.
I mean, it definitely did get weird. Saw 4.
Yeah, it got bad after 3. After they killed off Kramer, I was like, what are we doing?
Like, what are we doing? Then we got a weird prequel.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. And it just became torture porn. Damn. Torture porn.
No,
and
that's not torture porn compared to fucking Terrifier.
You know, that's what I'm saying. After I seen Terrifier, I was like, oh, Saw's baby cakes between this.
Saw Sesame Street.
Pretty much, yeah. I was like, we're taking it way too far. And I felt in the second Terrorizer, I was like, this is bad, or Terrifier, whatever the fuck it's called.
Second Terrifier 2. Yeah.
So I can only imagine the third one. But I feel like I know what I'm getting myself into now. Like I know there's no good story. I just want to watch a clown murk some people, right? That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's Christmas horror. So
it's like set in Christmas.
Set in Christmas, yeah.
Okay.
So instead of an evil Santa, it's
evil
art dressed up as Santa.
Oh.
Which is cool. Which is nice.
Okay.
You get your usual Christmas like
slasher film, yeah.
Like themes and backdrops and stuff, but just think of Art the Clown in it. Okay. So it's a nice looking film. It's shot, I think, in in like a grainy.
This movie was shot
film.
beautifully.
No, yeah, this was in like a super 4K Ultra HD.
I'm telling you, this director really put his whole dick and pussy
He did.
into
He
his,
did.
like. There were some shots that I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. Like, it's not fuck the scary shit. This is gorgeously shot.
Like, whoa.
There are some times,
bro,
like,
when she was dancing in
Yeah.
the red outfit, I was
that's what I'm
like,
saying. There's so many shots that I'm like, this is gorgeous.
I'm gonna put this out there right now. Sky Riley is better than Lady Raven. I don't know. I've been on Letterboxd. The girl from Trapped. They're like, Lady Raven would never. Lady Raven wouldn't go out like this. Fuck bro. Lady Raven.
That movie was bad.
I hate that bitch.
That movie was bad.
I'm not a Lady Raven stan.
But
M.
Night
Sky Riley?
Shyamalan, not good. This girl's
Sky
good,
Riley?
bro.
She was flame. She could act and sing.
Word.
That one bitch just could sing. Barely.
Barely.
Yo. Nah, sing brain cell.
Nah, this lady she acts.
She did her choreography when she was spun. I was like, what? What the fuck?
I was like, I thought this is for real. Like, we're really doing music and shit now. I thought it was gonna be some bullshit music like in the Trapper film. But I was like, it's gonna be some bullshit just to like.
Nah, you were
sell
like
the fact that it's a pop star.
I was like, hey, it's kind of like trap, but the music's good. And then the first song, you're like, oh shit.
I was like, this shit bomb. I was like, this is her.
Like, I like the pop star they're trying to sell to me.
I'm like, it's selling. I fuck with it. I can believe that she's actually popular in this world. Like that other bitch, I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
They were trying to make it seem like she was like the Taylor Swift of that world.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Literally thinking that.
I was like, there's no way this bitch got that popular, bro. No. But this Sky girl,
Sky Riley,
I get it.
Sky Riley?
It seemed like she was popping, and then that big ass drama with her band. I was like, hey, that would drum
happen.
up shit.
That would happen.
Yeah.
Nah.
Which, by the way, that I want to point on that. Someone who's been in very toxic relationships, that's real. And that's scary because I've been in that situation.
Yo.
Don't date crazy women that grab the wheel of your car.
It was crazy because
it's happened to me.
Like you were like sitting like this a little bit. You're watching, and the argument's getting more intense, right?
Yeah.
And then she's like, she just starts. The camera's looking at her. She's like, and then you're like, she's about to grab the wheel. And then she goes,
I knew it, bro. It's like crazy goes crazy, bro. I know it, bro. I've been there.
The only reason why I was able to look at you because I've seen the movie already, so
I knew it.
I'm not really watching the movie to watch the movie. I'm watching it to see how you react, and you're like tensed up, like you're arguing with her, but you're not in it. But then there's something that the camera zooms into her eyes, and then immediately I look at you, and you're like, she's about to grab the wheel.
And she immediately did it.
Panicked. You were like.
Because I saw it coming, bro, a mile away. The moment they started yelling at each other, and he was like, you're a fucking crazy bitch.
I'm crazy.
I was like, oh, it's over. He called her crazy while she's having a manic episode. She's going to lose her mind.
And after they did some coke right before that, they were
like... she snorted coke before they started fighting. I was like, oh, it's going downhill.
He did too.
I was like, it's going so downhill so quickly. But yes, men, if you are in the situation, I've been in a situation where I've been driving and I've gotten punched in the face and I've gotten my wheel grabbed. Don't do it. It's not. You could literally die. Some people are really nuts, and they will literally take your life.
You know the boyfriend. You know the guy from The Shining.
Yeah. Jack Napier, whatever.
Jack Nicholson, whatever.
Nicholson. Yeah.
That's his son.
Is it really?
His son, yep.
Oh, I was like, why is this nigga's face so
familiar?
Yeah. I was like, why do I know his face?
Why is he so creepy smiling?
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I've seen this man's face, but I know I haven't. It's just because I've known his dad's face. Yeah. Oh, it makes so much sense now.
And they look uncanny, similar.
He did, a lot of the times when he popped up on screen, I was like, this is creepy. Get this nigga off my screen, bro.
I was like, damn, his hairline is crazy.
I didn't like him.
But his hair is full,
anytime they showed him, I was like, get him off my screen. It's creepy as shit. Mm-hmm. Oh, there was one scene where the demon was like staring at her. I couldn't even look at the screen for that long. I was like, this is fucking weird.
Oh, where the eyes were super wide open?
No, I was like, I can't look at that.
In the freezer of the Pizza Hut?
Is that what it was?
No, yeah, that with the big ass eyeballs and the little pupils.
Yeah.
There were some moments.
There's times where because she lives alone and she does a lot of things alone, and I felt like I'm like
you were anxious.
I was like, dude, there's so many times in my house where I'm just alone by myself, just doing shit, and I'm like, dude, if some shit happened like this to me while I was alone, I'd lose my mind.
Bro heard one noise and reacted before she reacted.
I was like, what do we?
It was the first noise. It was the first noise that after the guy kills himself in front of her, she was in her room sleeping, and there's a noise happening. She's like, what was that? And then she wakes up. She's like, turns on the light and looks around. There's nothing there, but
bro. At one point, there was like people following her in her apartment. Oh my God, Nando! When I tell you, I would have crashed out in my own apartment.
She did.
No. She didn't crash out as much as I would have. She was literally like inching away from people, like trying not to let them grab her.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I would have started swinging and throwing and shit. Oh, I would have lost it, bro. I would have like, there's no way there's people in my house right now.
When they grabbed her and slammed her in the piano, I was like,
yeah, wow.
Oh,
Bro.
I thought
And
you
they started ripping her hair out. I was like, ugh. Every time she I couldn't do it, bro.
yeah, no, you
the hair
cringed,
ripping hurt
you cringed
so
every single
bad.
time.
Like anytime I pull my hair accidentally, I'm like, ow.
Oh, with the brush.
Yeah,
But she was
every time. No, she was doing it on purpose, bro.
Yeah, no.
Because I have an anxious like thing, and I touch my braids constantly, but it's like how like, when you bite your nails and it's like unconsciously, so I can tell why she would touch her hair and fidget with it.
Yeah.
But then to
rip that
rip
shit
it, I
out?
was like, oh no! I was like, I can't do it, bro. I can't watch this. I felt like I was ripping my own hair out, bro. But yeah,
I mean, it was intense.
that's what I'm saying. It's a good horror.
The
film,
second
bro.
watching it, when she was with Morris in the bar, and Morris tells
It's crazy
her,
that you watched those scenes and you didn't give me a hint at all that man wasn't real. I had no idea. I thought he was real for real. I thought she was really talking to some random dude whose brother died. I was like, damn, that sucks, Morris.
It's funny because you're like trying to solve the mystery before it shows you.
Yeah.
Right? And not once did you think he was
No,
real.
not once. I was like, I thought for sure the demon wasn't. I was like, this can't be Morris. Actually,
He could be
texting her.
real. I there's no confirmation that he's not or not.
Yeah,
real.
but I don't think she
But
ever
I don't
actually
think-
met him.
I don't think he's real.
Yeah, I don't think he's real to her at
Mm-hmm.
least. Because at one point I was like, I think she's just texting the demon. But then she like showed up at a bar and he was there, and I was like,
That's not a demon.
and I was like, that's not a demon.
But
And
she also could have been hallucinating that
that's,
too.
I mean, she was, but I didn't realize. Like, it all seemed so real. Like, even when the fans came up to her, I was like, that seems kind of real. Everyone's like reacting to her that some random famous person's at a bar. But yeah, I was like, nah.
Even if you went into this movie knowing that at some point it's a hallucination, until you watch the whole movie from start to beginning, you won't know exactly what point that it could possibly have turned into a hallucination.
Yeah.
Like, it's
like
probably
if you thought at one point
like,
it was real, yeah.
it probably like when she got to the hospital from then on, it's probably where everything was fake,
For sure.
right? But when I saw it just now, and I was like, I mean, how
You
would
were trying to figure out
how would
at
I
what point
know
it was too far gone for
Yeah,
her.
I'm like, how would I have known
I
that
feel like
this guy
after
isn't real?
I think after the first day of her hallucinating, it was too far gone for her. I think
Really?
the demon was already
Already
past,
strong because
Yeah.
she already has all this trauma. She already had all
Yeah,
this
I think
stress.
like the demon said earlier, it's like I just used everything you hated about yourself, and I was like, that's fucked. I was like, if it grabbed me, I'm fucked. So mean. I was like, no, if it grabbed me, I'm fucked. It would use everything I hate about myself against me.
Everything?
and everything. I was like, it's over. I'd get fucked, bro. It'd get me so easily.
It's like even that thing from the 3rd grade. Fuck!
Yeah, she was like, everything you hate about yourself, anything that you like try to hide from everybody, I see it and I'm using it. Like you can't. I was
She
like,
even-
oh nah.
She even takes the form of her past self right before the accident.
That's what I'm saying. And she
Which is
feels
probably-
super guilty about killing her boyfriend, as you can. Anytime her ex's name gets brought up or the accident gets brought up, it's visceral. Like she has a reaction and she's like, please don't mention his name. Please don't say his name. Don't.
And it's her fault.
Yeah, 100%. But nobody knows that but her.
No, exactly.
And
That's the crazy part.
That's what I'm saying, right? And that's what probably eats away at her. That anytime that accident is brought up, it's like nobody knows what actually could. To everybody, they were doing drugs,
Yeah,
and that's why they
and
crashed.
He crashed irresponsibly.
Right, and makes
And she-
sense
she
because that
barely
does happen,
survived.
right? But it's more than that. Like, yes, they were doing drugs, but it was because she grabbed the wheel.
She grabbed the wheels, took him off the road. Especially with like her scars, probably remind her of that every single day
Yeah.
of her life. And you called. When you first saw the scar, you're like, "Who ripped her open?"
Yep,
I was like, "Bitch."
I saw it coming.
Just wait.
I was like, the curse is gonna do something with that.
And it did.
Yeah, I was
It
like, it won't.
literally-
I was like, it won't leave that scar there without it like fucking with it.
It like grabs her scar.
Because she says it to me, like in the beginning of the movie, she says that it's like an insecurity. She's like, I don't like the scar. It's
She's like,
ugly.
"I'm hideous.
Yeah.
I'm ugly."
And I was like, it's gonna use that against her immediately. I knew it. I knew it.
As soon as she said that,
Yeah,
right?
I was like, it's gonna use it, and it does at one point uses the knee thing when she's dancing, and I'm like, damn.
when her bone came out
Yeah,
of her leg.
I was like, damn.
Now you physically reacted to that. You were
I
like,
don't-
you were like,
I was like, nah, bro, this is wild.
you were panicking like if it happened to you. You're like,
Ooh.
and then it wasn't even real. After your first initial reaction, you were like, wait, it's not real. It's not real. And then she was like, she looks down, immediately crashes out. Who was in the wrong place?
Nah, bro.
She's like,
Jesus.
who tripped me? I mean, that's the only way you could go, I think. If something like that happened to you where you thought you broke your leg and everybody's looking at you like, what the fuck? And you're still not peak crazy. People don't think you're crazy yet. I would immediately blame somebody else. This bitch right here, fire her. She tripped me. She tripped me. You know you did it.
I feel like I'd start admitting it. If I start going crazy, I feel like the only way for people to start like understanding
You
is
think
to just
people
start,
will believe you?
No, but I feel like it'd be it would be more plausible if I was like, yo, Nando, I'm going crazy. I'm seeing things and I'm hearing things that I know that aren't happening. But trust me, I feel and I see them. Right? And I'm like, and if shit starts going crazy and you see me reacting a certain type of way, or know that that's what's happening. And understand that like it's not bullshit, it's real. And if I need to be like strapped down or whatever the fuck to keep me safe, do it. Like I would let it be known, like I'm losing my fucking mind. Someone help me. And if no one's gonna, I'm like, listen, all right, well, we all dying then. Fuck it. Because if no one's trying to help me, we not gonna beat this fucking thing.
Do you think we gonna help you? We're gonna be like, damn, Fabian's going insane. Lock him up.
But that's what I'm saying.
And then you're gonna get killed in a fucking crazy room.
But if I get killed in a crazy room where nobody can see me, then it's gone. Whatever. And that spirit wouldn't let it happen. That motherfucker crazy. It wants to move. It feeds like that motherfucker said earlier. Lewis, he said it feeds on everything that you hate, and then once it's like, oh, I'm full from you. I've gotten everything out of you. I need to move on.
Yeah.
And eventually it would have gotten sick of her and wanted to move. But if it's trapped with her in a room where nobody else goes in and nobody else comes out, and it's just her being crazy, fuck it. I mean, let her die in there.
She's gotta get. Then no one's gonna let you die in a room by yourself. Like you gotta get fed.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So there's always options to do something.
Nah,
crazy.
if it happens, I'm coming to you. I'm like, yo,
me. You want?
Here's a gun. I'm doing the Morris. They won. The moment I start seeing crazy shit, I'm like, here's a gun. Here's my gun, Nando. If you see I'm legit losing it, dog, we're like, there's no coming back, shoot me, please. And don't close your eyes, do something. But fucking kill me, dog. Because there's no way. I don't want to live with that. And I don't want to pass that along. That shit sucks.
You know what's the easier way to do that? You can just kill yourself and then not even.
No, but I feel like the demon would stop you. Because I remember in the first film, didn't she try to kill herself at the end too?
Oh, it did. Yeah.
And it was like, no, fuck you. I'm not going to let you like win. And then it made her boyfriend cop thing watch her set herself on fire.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta lock it the fuck away, and let it just deal with itself. Because eventually it's gonna get bored, and it has to kill it. But it can't move on unless it kills itself in front of something. That's the only way you win, which is not a win.
No, nobody wins except.
But the demon doesn't win.
Society.
The demon don't win. That's the only thing.
That in order to beat it, you got to be as selfless as possible.
Yeah,
you got to be like, listen.
You have to be. Yeah. There is no. Once you get cursed,
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, literally. Once you get cursed, you gotta be okay with the fact that I won't win. I can't survive this thing, but I can help other people.
This is what I told Christian when I first saw it. I said, I think the demon faked all of these conversations to give her a little bit of false hope, and then I think the false hope, in my terms, are just like a little bit more seasoning. Because you know how you have like anxiety, depression, like stress. I think it's the demon's like taste buds, for lack of a better term.
Yeah,
it tastes
the
the
for
same.
sure. It's like,
but if you're feeding off this false hope that, oh wait, if I kill myself and he revives me, I could get rid of it, and it's like, you cooked. You cooked. Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
Let's do that. Do that. Yeah,
right. Because now that you're thinking about it, that whole plan was the demon's idea. The demon Morris wasn't real.
Nah, the demon was like,
the demon brought that idea up. I was like, yeah, let's do that.
Let's do it. Yo, let's switch it up. Actually, like, actually, that might sound like it's kind of fire. Let's do.
That shit is smart, bro. That's a smart ass demon. There's no winning against it. I feel like you cannot smart something that smart.
You can't.
If it thought about a whole idea on how to beat itself, and it's like, I'm fucking with y'all.
It's playing
I'm just fucking with y'all. It's wild, bro.
It's like, yo, let me put me in checkmate. And it's like, wait, I won. Reverse checkmate.
Bro. Fuck.
No, but that was sad though. She really had a lot of false hope in that. Looking at it, you're like, oh, you were so hopeful.
At one point you thought she would actually get.
You're like, you were gonna win. Oh,
but that's how you feel in the first one too.
Yeah.
Is at the end you're like, okay, we're getting there. She's figuring it out. She's understanding how to kill it, and then the demon's like, I was fucking with you, bro. I let you learn all this stuff.
But you would think that in the second one,
they'd figure it out.
You'd figure out how to win. I don't know.
Maybe the third one
might be a prequel.
I feel like if it's not a prequel, there is no winning. How do you cure that many people who were cursed? Unless you double down, it's like it only got to pick one person out of the stadium.
No, I think it's gonna be either it's a prequel. We get the first ever person.
I agree.
To figure it out. To figure it out. Not like
or
the first
just
victim.
For money. This movie, if it does make good money, they're gonna make a sequel. How every film does.
I think.
And if they don't have an answer for the third film, by then I think they're gonna do a prequel. Yeah.
I think they're gonna do either a prequel or it's gonna be a super post-apocalyptic, like everybody's killing themselves, everybody's smiling. Or
nobody won. It's just like one survivor or some shit.
It's gonna be crazy. Like shit's going like off the rails. Like people are killing the other people.
Left and right.
Yeah. Craziest way.
Yeah. Just anarchy.
Where that story's gonna go, no idea. It's not my job to write it or to figure it out. But I think a prequel would give you some time to figure out, okay, you've written yourself low-key in a corner. where do we go from here? You killed yourself in front of all these people.
You've written yourself into a corner where you can't defeat the villain now.
Or you could.
But I think that's genius. I think that's the way to go.
I just hope it gets worse.
If you want this thing to keep going, it's like the Freddy or the Jason, right? Where like you can't beat him or the Michael.
Well, they took the thing from Freddy though, where they were like, "I'm in control. I'm in control." That's a big key in the Nightmare on Elm Street ones because
she was like, "No, you're not."
She's like, "Haha, psych."
That's what's scarier about this bitch is that, and all these other films, right? Even those slasher films where those killers keep coming back, it's believable to a point. Right, to a point where like Michael Myers, right? I believed it to a point where I'm like, at this point, it's not even a slasher film anymore. It's just a demon going after people just cause, and it doesn't even seem like he has a rhyme or reason.
No,
it's just killing it to kill. And yeah, that's scary, but is it?
But I could deal with it.
Yeah, like whatever.
It's
just a serial killer jumping around, whatever. And same with Freddy. Like at one point, people were like, if I don't fall asleep or if I understand that I can control my dreams, I can overpower him.
Yeah.
And then with this
but
one,
they tried to do that. They're like, she was like, I'm in control, and then it works the first time.
No,
right?
she's fucking with her.
No, it works the time. Like at the end, she tries that, and then she's like, actually, it's like this needle's not even real. But she does it earlier in the film where she's like, I'm in control. She's just like changing.
But she's
herself.
saying that it's in the movie or in the
it's like
hospital
the
room.
middle.
No, it's in the hospital room with her mom, and she's like, I'm in control, and she makes her believe that she is, so that she can get out and stuff. But it's just bullshit. No,
there was another time before that, where she's like tripping, panicking out. Oh, where she's in the dressing room. In the dressing room when she sees the drug dealer behind her, and then every time she's trying to move, the drug dealer guy moves
like
behind her. Yeah. She's like, come on, get yourself together. We could fix yourself. She's talking to herself, and then boom, she's back in reality. There's no more guy in the mirror, but then the people jump scare her by going in her dressing room. She's like, yo, can you fucking knock? And she's like, yeah, we've been knocking. What do you mean? Yeah. And the more and more.
Wow! Oh my god! Something just hit me like a truck.
What? Talk about.
No, finish your
thought. No. Go.
So you know, at one point where her best friend slept over and her mom came through, the whole time I was like, why isn't she addressing that lady? Like, why hasn't she said anything to Gemma? And then Gemma's like, hi, Elizabeth. And then the scene ends, and I'm like, okay, they did address each other.
No.
But now I understand why the mom never addresses Gemma because she's not there. Ah! It makes so much sense now. And why she didn't wake her up, because she wasn't there to wake her up.
But she had that Gemma. You had some personality, baby girl.
But that's a demon. The demon is good,
bro.
Because
even the Gemma on the phone is sassy, like the demon Gemma.
But that's what. But the demon never met the real Gemma for her to emulate
she knows
that person.
Her memories. She's taking it from her memories.
That's crazy. That it played her so well that even the lady who was like, I can't. There's no way this isn't my best friend. That's crazy to me. Like, if someone could emulate being somebody else and then just nobody else would notice this whole time.
So Gemma says, hi, Jennifer, and then the mom doesn't say anything.
She says, hi, Elizabeth, and then the mom says nothing back.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. Like, it seems like a sassy intercation between two people who probably, like, grew up together, and that was, like, her childhood best friend, and she knows the mother enough to, like, speak to her like that, right?
But the mom doesn't acknowledge her.
At all.
Say anything. It's because she's not there, ladies and gentlemen. Gemma was not there. She did not sleep over.
You never see her in the film.
What fucked my day up watching this movie the first time was that when they were in the bed together and she turns around and then after she calls her a bad person and it's like a truck blaring its horn.
Yeah, that made me jump too.
Bro, the first time I saw that, I fucking literally jumped out of my seat.
It made me jump.
Like, when I say jumped out of my seat, Fabrian, I like jumped up and then somehow ended up like lower into the seat. Like, I jumped, and then when I came back down, my head was basically in the seat. Like, that startled me like crazy. Cause I drive. So my sister's like, yeah, why did you jump so hard? And I was like, bro, I drive every day I've been driving every day for like the last 5 or 6 years.
Cars do just be popping up
and
like
cars
that.
just be doing that.
Yeah, they do be popping up like that.
I'm like, I got so scared. I thought I was about to crash my car. But I think that hit a little different for me. That hit a little different, and the same for you when they were in the car arguing, and you were like, you projected, you're like, she's about to grab the wheel. As soon as she did,
bro.
I was like, that hit a little different for you. That was intense. This movie was intense.
It's intense, yeah.
And I'm glad I saw it the first time when I did. It was awesome. I'm glad. I'm glad I didn't read anything ahead of time. I didn't really watch the trailers.
Reviews. I did watch the trailer because I've loved the since the first movie, I've loved this franchise. And when I noticed they were making a second film, I remember sending you the trailer. And I was like, this shit we
The
gotta go watch.
trailer at the beginning of it, because I saw it in like a commercial. Or
Yeah,
an
I
ad,
think I saw it on YouTube.
and it didn't
a while
even
ago.
it didn't even tell you we'll smile until the end.
Until the end, yeah.
And I was like,
I remember. I was
Yeah.
like, this movie look good. And then it was the Smile too. I was like, no fucking
Yeah,
way.
yeah, exactly.
And that's why when I remember, that's the only trailer I saw. And I was like, this must just be like, oh, future, because they didn't reference nothing from the first one at all.
No.
They just said Smile too, and I was like, okay, we're in the franchise. We're probably gonna follow the demon, and it's gonna be somewhere else.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
like
It's already gonna take off. So
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not even gonna acknowledge it.
that's what I thought
But
was gonna happen.
The first 11 minutes though were kind of fire. R.I.P.
All
my
of
guy
this
though.
film is good.
R.I.P. my guy.
He was doing a lot of dumb shit.
I mean,
He was doing a lot of dumb shit.
You got to think about. It's been 6 days
Mm.
since you saw. Your
So he's
ex
probably
die.
losing his fucking
He's
mind.
Been losing his mind.
Yeah, you're right.
It's over.
It was like ending of the ladies that we saw, or ending of Sky's like reality is basically what he was living with
Yeah, exactly.
at that point. So
Yeah.
we didn't see it because we
And-
were living with him with it.
fucking. What was I gonna say about that specifically? He had the idea of a plan, the concept of a
Yeah,
plan.
it didn't go anywhere.
He didn't execute it very well. He accidentally killed the guy he wanted to, which was a good idea. Everybody on the internet after Sky 1 was like, I would just give it to a criminal. I would just give it to somebody who deserves it.
Yeah.
And then my boy is coming to
tried
do
to,
that.
he tried to.
and
Yeah, he tried.
fucked up the
He
plan.
fucked up horribly.
And then he realized fucking the drug dealer kid was there.
He's like, well,
he was
shit, I'm
like-
sorry,
he's like,
dog.
this wasn't for you, dog. My bad. That's on me. But
He should have shot the kid.
he was like, but I'm out of here. And then he tries to leave.
If he would have killed the kid, I think the curse would have been gone, right?
He didn't know that. There's no possible way.
You're
he
right,
would
I guess
know
he
that.
wouldn't have
He wouldn't
known.
have known that. He would have just been literally a cold-blooded killer at that point if he just killed
But
the
he
kid.
would've, the moment he ran out the house, he was gonna get murked anyway.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But then the
He could have
demon
at
would
least
been
gotten the
gone.
curse gone.
He didn't know, Fabian.
You're right.
We only
you're
know
right.
this.
It is like
We only know this because we saw the
foresight.
film.
Yeah, literally, it's only because we knew of it. But
Ladies and gentlemen,
even before that, bro, I would have walked in that bitch with the drug dealers. Bow! Hit it with both of them in that bitch.
again,
It would have passed on.
Foresight, where we're like, you know what? We got to be super selfless. We're gonna die anyway.
But
so
even
we
in the
might as well-
first film, like everybody was saying, I would have done it too. I would have walked into a drug dealer, powed myself, and been like, there we go. That motherfucker got it now. Figure it out. Then no. 'Cause what if he
No.
gave it to like a kid
Yeah, exactly.
who had he was just buying drugs?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess you're right.
Either way-
there's no winning. There's no winning on that thing.
Either way, the drug dealer kid was in the building still.
He was, yes.
The brother he was trying to scar with his brother.
Mhm.
Either way, there's still the possibility that they both get it.
They're dead.
No, I'm saying like if he would have just went in there and killed himself in front of the drug dealer's brother and the drug dealer,
Yeah,
and
the
then
kid probably would have got it.
he
Yeah, if
still
he was
would've-
still
I think
there.
he still
Yeah,
would've got
you're
it.
right. It just would have been more people that had it.
I think that just adds on to the fuel at the end. Where like now
Everyone has it, yeah.
Now that we're really thinking about it,
You're right.
that might be true.
If he would have, he
That
would have
might
just
be
given
it.
it to 3 people.
Just
then.
gave it to exactly. Guys, watch this. Dead. Everybody's like, oh, sad.
Yeah.
Everybody like, who the fuck is this guy that just came here and killed himself? What the fuck?
Yeah. But then all of them would have started seeing shit like the day of.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
that's how it works. I think it's so powerful that it could literally do that to everybody at the same time.
I guess we'll see next film.
We'll see the next one.
Whatever they end up doing with all these people that
Would you
end
recommend?
up having. Yeah,
go
definitely.
watch?
Oh, if you have a girlfriend that likes horror films and spooky season, this is the film, dog. This is it. Fuck Terrorizer 2.
Nah, dang.
Fuck
Nah,
Long
dog.
Legs. Fuck all that other shit.
You gotta watch it first.
You gotta
so
watch
know what's
Smile,
coming.
bro. You gotta watch
so you know what's
Smile.
coming. You gotta practice.
I say watch
That way you
Smile.
don't give
Smile
her the
1.
ick. I was gonna ask. I was
Watch Smile 1. As long as you don't need it for this film, but God doesn't add to it if you did.
gonna tell you yesterday. I think, or 2 days ago. I was like, "Are you gonna watch Smile again?" But I forgot to tell.
No, I didn't watch it again, but
But I feel like it would have been nice.
it would have
watching
been
again.
It probably would have refreshed a lot of things that I was thinking about. Like,
Yeah.
did this happen in this film? Like, if I'm remembering correctly. So yeah. But if you haven't watched Smile 1 and you want to watch Smile 2, I would suggest you watch Smile 1.
Go ahead and do that.
And then go for
watch
2.
Smile 1.
You'll enjoy 2 a lot.
Now
more.
I'm excited for Megan 2.
What? The little robot?
The robot girl, yeah, because it was
Hell no.
such on the opposite.
was like comedy horror.
spectrum. Exactly. It reminds me of Chucky. How I used to watch Chucky. It's just like AI.
You're
Chucky.
thinking of like Seed of Chucky and more.
Huh?
You're thinking like Seed of Chucky and after.
Yeah.
Those
yeah,
are like the comedy.
Yeah,
ones.
yeah, yeah.
The
But
first
no, but
like
even
2 were pretty horror.
No. No,
Yeah.
he wasn't.
I was terrified of that little nigga in the first one.
Your cousins and your sister.
Well,
didn't
yeah,
do a good
but
job. That
they fucked with me.
That contributed to that.
But also, that film was scary as a kid.
I don't think it was that scary. I think
Really?
because Chucky still had personality back then. He since day one he had personality.
Yeah, for sure. But I think he was scarier in the very first
Oh
film.
yeah, because he was trying to murk a little ass baby. That's the scary part. He was trying to murk that little fucking
That's probably
boy.
what it was, and I
That's
was
what
also a little boy.
Yeah, you're like, what?
I was also a little boy. They kill children in this one.
Oh my god!
They don't kill children in any of them, but this is the one.
Michael Myers doesn't kill children. What?
He does now.
Oh, now he does.
Now the fuck he does. Remember that
New
when he threw
Michael
that little
Myers,
kid
yeah,
when
yeah,
he threw him
yeah.
off that balcony?
That was new Michael Myers.
That's what I'm saying.
But
They be murking kids now.
I think I'm excited for other movies to come out.
I'm down. I like I love horror films.
You brought up Long Legs.
Bad.
Trash.
And now I'm. Hold
Trash.
on.
I watched it three times.
We're being mean.
I watched it 3 times, Fabrian.
I don't think it's trash.
The third time, I was still able to like piece together what they were wanting to do with the story.
Mhm.
But even then,
I don't think it lands, yeah.
It doesn't land at all. It's
That
too
whole
long.
doll shit. I don't think it lands.
Too long.
That creepy dude. They should have kept him in and made him the main villain, and I just killed
Cage.
him off halfway through the film. That what I'm talking. That weird. What's
Nicolas Cage.
That's who he is.
That's Nicolas Cage.
Whatever the fuck that guy. If you were gonna use him in so much of the promotion, you should have left him throughout the film. Made him the scary man.
He should have did something besides just being a creep.
Yeah, that's what, he was just creepy.
Just creepy to that one girl in the store.
Yeah, and the fact that he delivers a doll, and you're like, okay, and then he gets
I'm
murked.
like,
Yeah, I think it's okay. Like
Halle Berry's horror movie.
4 out of. There's a horror film with Halle Berry.
Yeah. We talked about it a little bit briefly.
I'm gonna say a long. That's 4 out of 10.
I agree. I agree with that.
Below average.
Below average. But what else?
Megan is 5 out of 10 for me.
Nah, Megan was hilarious.
Average.
I had a lot of fun watching that. I think that's part of my ratings. Did I have fun?
Did you watch that new Evil Dead one?
Yes, Evil Dead Rise.
That's
good.
like a 9 out of 10 for me.
was
That
fire.
one actually scared me.
That one was a good one.
I'm trying to think of films that like genuinely scared me while I was watching them.
Mm-hmm.
Smile 1 was one of them. Smile 2 is one of them. That Evil Dead one was really
Rises,
one
yeah.
of them. I'm trying to think, man. It's so hard because like horror films
It's
are
a lot
so
of
rare in
movies.
between that are good.
That's true. There's a lot of horror movies coming out
Yeah, that
each and
aren't that good, yeah.
every month, but are they good?
All those new Halloween ones weren't
knows?
scary. They were good films.
There were
horror
It
films.
was
I don't
action.
think. Yeah,
it was more action.
that's what I'm saying.
Action movies.
I don't think they.
I don't think they would be horror movies anymore. I'm just waiting for them to reboot it again. I think what we should do is
reboot it again.
I
I think it's enough. Bro.
I like the idea of Rob Zombie's Halloween because he starts off
As a
Michael
little
Myers
kid,
as a
yeah.
kid.
I like that first one,
And
but then it just goes bad.
I watched that one, like a recap of both of them together, not even like a full movie. It was just some guy explaining it. And I was like, if they would have made that the way the guy explained it, that could have been such an interesting
The
concept.
second one's bad though. The second Rob Zombie one,
Yeah.
it's bad. Really bad. But the first one's, I agree with you, it's good.
but I
Even
want
the kid
that
They got to
idea.
play like the kid
The
Michael
Michael
Myers.
Myers, yeah. I'm like,
did
he looks like a murderer.
He did fantastic as a kid, and he murks the little spiked kid.
He does, yeah. With a shovel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that film is good. I agree with you. But then
So,
the second one was bad.
I think I want if
The
it,
new Chucky film, dog shit, where he's like an
Aubrey
AI bot.
Plaza, yeah.
Oh my
I think
god, that
that-
one is so bad.
That film walked, so
Megan?
Megan could run
maybe.
because I think that Megan is better.
I think
than
Megan is better
than
than
that
one.
Chucky movie.
I agree.
But I like the fact that they did something different. You know, they were like, fuck it, instead of today's day toys, let's fucking do it like a
little
like
AI
a robotic toy. You
Makes
know?
sense because there are toys like
So
that.
I do like the attempt.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's the greatest Chucky film. I'd probably rate it higher than the TV show. The TV show went to shit.
I only
on
watched the first 2
Peacock.
seasons.
Yeah. After that, goes don't want it.
Okay, good to know.
I just stopped watching it.
I like Chucky lore though. That's why I
do
watched
like
it.
Chucky Lore too.
That's why I was watching it. Because I agree with you. I think after the third film, nothing about Chucky.
You know what I think we need to start doing? We need to start continuing the lore in graphic novels. There was a Saw comic
Yeah,
in between a bunch of the movies.
Mhm.
It's fucking fire.
I
Like,
agree.
I think we need to start. We need to start reading again. That's now that we're
I
in
agree
this
with
here.
you. I think it's because live action is hard to do, especially
If there's nothing to pull from,
like if you have a really wild imagination. Like, I really want to do this with this film.
Yeah.
I want to bring it here. There's only so much you can do with live action,
yeah.
right? Or
I think there
like
needs to be
afford.
an opportunity.
But
to
when you have an
expand.
animation and you have a book that's like, the possibilities are endless. It's just who can I hire to like write down or draw what's in my head, right? And then that I think can make any type of story way better. That's why I think when stories have like comic books that are like tied to it and they genuinely
Yeah.
care about it and they're putting lore into it.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
I think it's important.
And
too,
animation
though.
and stuff. Yeah, I think it's good.
I think that's why there's a double-edged sword to that, because comic book movies, people are upset at every single adaptation because they try to stem away from the source material or whatever, right? They're like, oh, you tried to, I see what you tried to do, it didn't work out. That sucks.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to horror movies and stuff, I think we need to start adding source material. Like, you made up, like, Smile. You made up a good story. There's 2 movies of it. Take the time, drop something like a anthology, like
Book or something.
book, where it's like just
Like a
the
graphic
you know
novel
like
where it's just photos
the
and
journal that the guy that the teacher who killed himself in front of his student that gave it to the girl. Drop his journal somewhere, like, so we can read it. We can look
For sure.
through it. It is just like fiction, obviously. This is not. This is part of the Smile universe. Da da da. And it's like, imagine you just get that book from the Barnes and Nobles and you're reading it, and then they're like, whoa, this is what this guy was saying. This is what, because it shows you all these pictures in the scene,
But it doesn't explain them.
and it doesn't even say nothing. It just like, you took the time to make that.
Doesn't he draw the demon at
He
some
does, he
point too?
does.
And
He
it looks nothing like the
No,
ones
yeah.
we've seen.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen it twice now, and it looks
doesn't
like a
look like
weird
it.
giant
Like, fucking
human baby thing.
human horse dog thing.
Yeah, human baby looking thing.
Well, because his face is comical. It's like funny.
It's a big
to look at.
smiley.
Yeah.
Big.
It's like a-
smiley,
like an
a big
emoji.
yellow. It looks like a
Emoji.
big yellow smiley face, but with teeth, like
Disgusting
teeth and
teeth.
like blood and gore. And then it looks like a big dog. Horse thing.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
It
like a
looks
dog horse.
Yeah, it looks. But it has hands.
It has hands.
It's like no
and
hooves.
it has like thumbs.
fingers and shit, yeah.
It has thumbs
It has,
because
like,
he stuck her
actual
thumb in her
hands.
mouth and he was like ripping her face open. But this movie and Terrifier 3 have the thing in common where they have prioritized practical effects and then a little bit of CGI to make it better. Practical effects first and then CGI, because there's a behind the scenes clip where they show that big horse thing, and it's a real big horse thing.
Really?
It's a real, like, practical thing.
Wow.
And there's like 2 guys in it or something.
Yikes. It looks weird.
It looks so disgusting, favorite. I can see why I would want to die.
Fuck that, yeah.
If I saw
If they
that.
start touching me.
No, but I feel like once it reveals itself to you,
Yeah, you're fucked.
dead.
Yeah.
Like, you're about to die. You're
I
about to
think
kill yourself.
Yeah, because every time it reveals, it's like, oh, this is me. I'm taking over.
You're over.
Like, I took over your body.
She's like, yeah, it's me. Make way for me.
yeah,
Opens
literally,
your mouth,
that's
goes
literally
in
what
your
it's
body.
doing, right? Because
Yeah.
every time it's done that, immediately that thing, whatever
It's
the
over.
thing that it's possessed, kills itself. So, yeah.
Yeah, so we rated it pretty highly. Recommend for you to go out, do
For
it.
sure.
Recommend
Go watch
other
something.
horror series. So let's go back. Let's start writing some original concepts, original source material, books, graphic novels, whatever you want to do. Even maybe like a short little TV series, a 6-episode thing. Let's just start taking a step back.
What's scarier than your own head?
Exactly.
That's why it
This
works.
is why Smiles
why it
does
works, bro.
what it does.
What's scarier than your
Because
own
we
brain,
have
bro?
no answers to what the fuck just happened on that screen.
Literally,
we have no
that's why
way
it's
to
so
know.
Scary, bro.
We can only hope it gets like it can only control one person at a time. But the fact that it
Because
possibly
I feel
can't,
like even if it like I feel like it feeds off of mentally ill people, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like it could drive even a very sane person
crazy.
mentally ill. Because in the first one, we're following a therapist who studies
he's a professional,
this type of stuff and would know better than to do whatever she's doing. And she's like, I can't help.
and she's trashing out.
Yeah.
She's tweaking.
So I don't know, man. This is it, bro. This is it for me. This is the horror icon for me. For me.
Honestly, the fact that we get to see it twice, I can't see why it doesn't, like, that's not the branding of Smile. Like, whatever that thing
Because
is,
it's scary when you don't know.
It's like, what is that? It's like
scary.
a horse,
I feel like
dog,
for,
human
I think
hybrid.
for us, we want the thing to be the face of it, right? Because we know what it looks like and it's scary and like hell yeah. But for other people who are like you said, just watching a trailer and have no idea, and they just walk into this film, it's like, oh, it's just like a horror film.
Yeah.
This will
And then the
put
end,
them
they're
on
like,
their ass. They'd be like, whoa.
What is that?
They'd be like, whoa.
Like, I thought it was just copying people. I
Yeah.
didn't think I had a body.
And even at one point, she's like, I like wearing your skin.
Yeah, that was the craziest part to me. I was like,
Huh? Yeah, I was like, what? What do you mean?
And then he like cracks her open like
Yeah.
a fucking like a seafood boil.
And then wears her
and
skin
then
and kills
goes
herself
inside
in it.
her.
Yeah. It's crazy, bro.
I'm like, how you fit? How you
Made
fit,
himself
dog?
fit.
How, you just
Made himself fit.
You just shoved yourself in there. You fucking predator.
Yeah, it's weird. Body horror on a 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Out of Talk Mini from the car, from the vehicle. We're in the garage of the AMC. Our view are these nice trees So I'll spin the camera around and I'll show you. But that has been Smile 2, full of spoilers. We did an hour in the car, Fabian. I just want you to know
That's
that.
good.
Are you not hot? I'm fucking hot.
Not really.
I'm
no.
hot.
I was probably if I kept the jacket
My
on, it'd be hot.
knees are sweaty. Low key behind my knees. I need to go to Barnes and Nobles. I need to get a notebook. But we will see you guys, maybe in the car again. We'll know. Who knows? We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, love, joy. Bye-bye. Bow. That's where we did Idle Talk. Fake ass.